Hey everyone, today I'm going to be doing a super fun and different video. This is the reverse makeup challenge where you do your makeup in the opposite order as usual, which is like, who knows what I'm going to look like at the end of this. But I saw this video last night. I don't even know who I was watching. I don't remember what their username was, but I saw two videos and it was pretty interesting. So I have like the list. I wrote out all of the steps of my makeup, and obviously I'm going to be working backwards, so this will be interesting. I am sitting in front of a window and the light is really bright, so I look kind of like washed out, but then the lighting will change and it looks more yellowy and kind of like real because I do have a lot of yellow in my skin. But yes, and I am using my vlog camera. It does have kind of like a soft focus effect, which, whatever. I didn't want to use my big camera because I wanted to be able to like autofocus to show you things and whatever. So yeah, and I have not washed my face, which is why my face looks fairly like even. It's not super red, even though I do have problematic skin, as you can see. But when I wash my face, it immediately is like a tomato. So I'm just going to wash this off immediately after because I just know it's going to feel disgusting. So I didn't want to like waste moisturizer and all that stuff and then have to do it again. All right. I have all my products here. So, ooh, this is already like not right. Starting off with lip products. Ooh, and lip gloss first. I actually, a long time ago, used to do lip gloss before my lipstick. It's a trick that I learned from Blair Fowler, and it just gives a slightly different effect. It kind of makes your lips look that like smooth and glossy texture, but not super shiny and like wet. So yeah, this is the Stila Lip Glaze in Guava. It's the one that I'm trying to use up. I have a mirror behind me, but I'm also going to be using my just highlight mirror. So this is first. Next is lipstick. This is the Tom Ford Sable Smoke lipstick. This is going to be really weird because, excuse me, this is an odd color. This is the lipstick I'm trying to use up. It's a very warm nude. I don't really know what I was thinking. Honestly, when I was looking up swatches, sorry, I have this like bag with like tissue paper and I'm like rustling it around with my toe. But when I looked up swatches of it online, it looked a lot lighter. And I guess just because I'm so fair, it pulls pretty orange. So that's why I like to layer that lip gloss over it to kind of tone it, like make it more pinky, but also a little bit lighter. So I do like this though. But you can see it's pretty orangey. This is so wrong. Not mascara next. Jeez. This is like horrible. Okay, I've been using the Neutrogena Healthy Volume Mascara, and I haven't been curling my lashes lately, but if I was, I guess I would have to curl them after I did my mascara, which would be ultra weird. Of course, I am having like a great lash day when I'm just gonna wipe this off. That always happens. If you film videos or you just like to kind of play with makeup either on the weekend or maybe like in the evening before you're gonna take a shower or something, you know how it is. Your makeup always looks the best when it doesn't need to be. That goes with hair as well. Yeah, this is crazy. This is a really good lash day today. And then I'm going to do my lower lash line as well. I like to only do a little bit. Alright, this is looking horrible. If I had flawless skin though, I would probably do this. I mean, there are plenty of people who just wear mascara and that's the only thing they do. Okay, next is setting spray. I do setting spray before and after makeup, so this isn't really anything different except for the fact that I usually don't do it with mascara on because I'm always scared that it's going to make something smudge, but okay. This is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. I'm almost done with this. I think I'm going to try the Milani one next because Kathleen Lights has raved about that. Okay, next I'm going to do the lower lash line. I've been using my Naked 3 palette, as you all know. Ooh, it looks like there's a little dent in it. This palette is so beat up, I'm telling you. It's really bad. Okay, what am I going to do on my lower lash line? I'll do a little bit of buzz. Nothing too crazy. Okay, that's looking awful. Then I'm going to do my brow bone highlight. I use Strange. This isn't going to be too weird because it's going to blend out with the other shades. I finally did my brows. They still don't look perfect, but oh well. And then I'm going to do my, excuse me, inner corner highlight. And I like to do my inner corner and then blend it up into here. I'll zoom you in a little bit more so you can see. Because I know you want to see this. This is frightening. But yeah, I like to blend it into this little pocket right there to just brighten up the whole eye. I do have round eyes, but I still like to emphasize that. Then I am going to take my white eyeliner that I usually use as a base. This is going to be weird. And draw that over the top. Doesn't look too different because the shadow underneath kind of masks it. This is still looking horrible. Alright, then I am going to do my lid shade. I am going to, oh no, I'm going to have to put concealer all over this. Oh gosh, this is going to look horrible. Sorry, that was my washing machine. I'm going to take, let's do Trick. That's what I used yesterday. It's the more gold shade. And this, see, this is going to be weird too because my lashes are totally in the way. But I'm going to apply that all over the lid. Yeah, next I'm going to use an eye base. Oh, jeez, where is it? I like to use the Yogurt NYX pencil with this. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. Is this even yogurt? Yes. It's a perfect rose gold for this palette. I think I've already mentioned that in my last video, but I'm going to apply that mostly on the lid, not too much in the outer corner. All right. Ooh, I need to sharpen this. Then I am going to do my outer crease color. See, I had to dig out Nooner because it like was chunking off and just being horrible. So I don't really have one. I'm going to kind of swirl my brush in that pan to get a little bit. And then I'm going to take, I'll take a little bit of Liar, which is the shade that would be right next to it. And just kind of put that in this outer corner crease area. Then I'm going to do my transition shade. I always use Limit. And that is just going to go all right here. This color is so light and like such a good transition that hopefully it'll kind of blend all this. The only issue is that it's all going to stick to that cream base now because usually I would have put my lid shade over that and it wouldn't, I wouldn't have any crease color sticking to it. I'm going to do my blush. Okay, apparently I take a step away from the eyeshadow. I'm going to use the Tarte Dollface blush. And this again is kind of in the right order because I do my highlight first and then blush, so this is still like a normal order. But I'm just gonna all on my cheeks. This looks like nothing because my skin is so light. Okay, I got like a ton on there. This is just like emphasizing all of the discoloration in my face. I had to take a quick break because my camera likes to overheat and just stop. But next is a highlight, I believe. Yes, I'm using Champagne Pop, as I always do. Is this even the right brush? Did I grab the right one? Yes. So usually I do my Cupid's bow last, so I'm going to do that first. Wow, I'm trying to like hold it up to look at the mirror like this. You know, it is reflective, so. That looks horrible. A little bit across the nose, and then on the cheeks. This, I'm telling you, is a great highlighter. It is a little bit on the dark side for me, but because I use foundation that has a yellow undertone, it looks a lot better because it just like plays off of that really well. Next, I'm going to set my eye base. I use this shade from a Neutrogena palette with just this big brush. So I am going to put that. Now, I'll zoom you in a little bit more too. Now that is going to go all over my lid. So all the way up. This is actually kind of like making everything look a bit better. Just kind of lightening it all. The next step that was gonna wreck it all up when I have to put concealer over my eyes. And then after I set that, see, I do all my priming and like my correcting first, and then I set everything, and then I go in with like my color products. So I'm doing the reverse. So I'm going to set my face. This is the NYX Radiant Finishing Powder in the Brighten shade. So I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush, get some of that on there, and set my whole face. This actually could work because I know a lot of people do use the powder before their foundation trick. So I think that's pretty cool. Next, oh no. Next is concealer, and I use the Glamouflage concealer, but actually I think I'm going to do my MAC Studio Finish concealer. This is in NC20. Again, it's a little light. My foundation is, it's a little too dark. My foundation is as well, but whatever. I just like to spot conceal with this. So I'm going to do right here. This is like this spot on my nose, not just like a spot like blemish, but like this area on my nose always has a lot of redness that is hard to cover. So that's frustrating, but oh well. Then I'm going to do some right here on the sides of the nose. On the side of the nose. And then just kind of blend the rest out. Usually I only do that concealer on like bigger, like really dark areas. Okay, now for concealer. No. Well, I usually end with my nose, so I'm going to do a little bit of that first. I gotta say, this is way too light for me when I use this like darker, more warm foundation, the Double Wear, because this is like white. All right. Then I'm going to take a little bit under the eye and then on the lid as well. Just all over. Blend that out with a beauty blender. I like to take it kind of on the side of the nose as well. I wonder if it's picking it up like my eyeshadow on the beauty blender. Not really. But I think you can tell that this is like way too light, but oh well. the last few things are where it's gonna get interesting, because next is concealer. Oh my gosh, I said that so like confidently. This is foundation. And not just any foundation, but like the fullest coverage foundation I've ever used. Estee Lauder Double Wear, and it's too dark for me, so I'm not even gonna be able to like make it work with concealer and stuff. Yeah, I don't know why I got it in 1W2 Sand. I should have gotten 1W1, but for some reason when I was looking at them online, that one just didn't look right. But I am so fair, but like, I'm not fair pink. I'm fair warm, like yellow. I'm gonna take a beauty blender with some of this, kind of work it into the base of the sponge. And oh my gosh, I'm like cringing at this. Like, who would do their lips first? Like completely first. Like, I see if, you know, you are like really wanting to do a certain look and like I almost said lip specific look, you know, like maybe you do your foundation, concealer, set your face, and then do your lips, like if you wanted to do a dark lip or something like that, and then do your blush and your eyes from there, like if you wanted your lips to stand out. But I don't see like lips completely first. I don't think anyone does that. I have to say, this doesn't look horrible, like texture-wise, and it's very weird because this foundation sets really quick, so you might think that the powder under it would just make it like clump, but it really isn't. Like, I hope you'll be able to see. Like, you can still see some things, but it's not like dry. Next, I'm going to do my color correcting. This is the Sephora color corrector. This is going to be a hot mess. Usually I do it like here on spots and kind of like on my cheeks where I have issues. And then I usually blend it out with the Beauty Blender. Sometimes I'll leave it and then go over it with my foundation to blend it. But most of the time I do it like this. Okay, here are the last few things. Primers. I'm using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. If any will squirt out. Presley just said no, so I wish I could take her advice. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. And I usually apply a little bit under as well. Honestly, like, I'm not even joking. If I stopped before the corrector, I would have been fine going out the way it was. But this is going to wreck it. The face primer. This is the CoverGirl one. I'm not sure if this breaks me out, so I'm not sad that I'm going to be washing this off because I'm a little bit scared of it. But I'm going to take a little bit of that. Oh, this is gonna destroy this foundation. Let's see. And then last but not least, our spray again. Because more than anything, I want to lock this in. Lock this look in. Ooh, that just got in my mouth. Okay, let's kind of dry that off. This is going to be the longest video ever. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, let's take a look. Oh, well, I didn't even blend the primer in fully. It's just like clumped up. I mean, I'll let you be the judge. But like when you look really up close, like I look a little bit greasy because of the primer. But this does not look horrible. Like, would you believe it was completely backwards? I don't think so. I mean, look at the eyes. It just looks like nothing. Like, I blended it all out, but like, it's a little tacky, but I could deal with that. Ooh, it's creasing now, but that's fine. My eyes are like this most of the time. But I mean, yeah, I look a little greasy. I would end up looking like a monster by the end of the day, but this doesn't look too bad. So if you were just crazy and like for some reason your brain went into reverse mode, like if you stopped before primers, I think you'd maybe be okay. So let me know what you think, and tell me if you've done this, if you want to do it, kind of like the reverse order, what you would do. Yeah, I hope this was somewhat entertaining. I think it's very interesting because I look fairly presentable, which is interesting. But yeah, so I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, everyone.